Hey guys, it's Tracy. Good morning. Just a couple days left in the month, so push time for sure. Whatever you end on at the end of the month is what you get paid for the entire month. So if you're about to promote to executive or to Ruby, if you get there in the next couple of days, and especially with this BOGO deal that's going on right now, with the kids, that is absolutely incredible. Then you will get paid that for the month. So just keep talking like crazy, guys. And that was why I wanted to make a video. Actually, I just wanted to give you a couple little tips and tricks that I picked up recently that I think you guys would be really interested to know. So I was watching a video from John Eric the other day, and he was talking about posting online. And so I'm doing the 100-day social media adventure, and I'm going to be finishing that up. I'm prepping for vacation right now, so I'd like to say in the next couple of days, but let's get real. Let's say maybe by the end of next week, so then I can buy the new one. But one of the things he was talking about on posting and using social media to work your business is that when you make a post, did you guys know that it literally reaches only about 16% of your friends list? Like every post you make, about 16% of people. This is why it's so important for us to go and be interacting with people and interacting with different people. If we're commenting or we're liking on their photos, you know, then they're going to be coming back to our page. And as we know, like when they come back to our page, then we start showing up on their newsfeed a little bit more. So you definitely want to increase your audience that way. So only about 16% of your entire friends list, which is so annoying, I know, but that's just the algorithm behind Facebook, and you know they own Instagram, so it's going to be kind of a similar shebang over there. But another example is if you put a photo on, say Facebook allows that photo to be on for like 3 to 4 hours. If you post actually an album, albums don't hold as much weight in the algorithm as a photo does. So if you're posting more than one photo in a row, you know, trying to get your posts in or something like that, or you're posting two together, that's going to fall off of this algorithm really quickly. So it's going to be more beneficial for you to just do a photo. Facebook also has little tools that you can use, like stickers, like if you want to do like a funky little top hat on top of your photo, or put a cigar in your I love that we're talking about cigars lately, sorry Janessa, but you know, if you want to put like a little cigar in your photo or something like that, then Facebook will keep that photo up longer because they like that you're using their tools. So you know, that's something to think about when you guys are posting. And this is why it's so important to do the 3-3 rule. We're doing 3 before and afters, and then we're doing 3 feelings posts. And between our before and afters, honestly, I know it's a little hard to do on Facebook. It's a little bit easier on Instagram because we have usually a lot more followers. But if you could be doing 3 to 4 personal posts in between every single one of your It Works posts. Now, I mean, when I'm holding my daughter and I'm posting about It Works in the caption, that's fine. That counts as a personal post, you know, but if you're just putting out ads and before and afters and stuff that is related to It Works and just screams It Works, I mean, you guys know that. If somebody were to follow you and you were to click on their page and saw that, you just block them or you just delete them. So it's really not about maximizing how many people and getting a psychotic amount of people to follow you. It's about the people you're choosing to follow you. So if you want to create a little bit more of an influence, which is what we're here to do, right? We're here to change lives, and we want to make sure that with every post that we're putting out, we're really putting great thought into it and really showing excitement and giving that post so much goodness that it's really going to kind of resonate with people, you know, because it's only going to be out there for a certain amount of time. So if you want to change your influence, then change who you're following. I had personally, I'll share that with you guys, I had really good luck. I went and followed a TV show that I really, really like. And from there, it kind of just spiraled. It spiraled from this TV show into the tiny houses that people are making. And from there, I got into following people that were homeschooling mothers. And then it was, you know, mothers that traveled the world but homeschooled their kids. It was, you know, and how I got there, I have no idea. But I think I just interacted with a couple of people that I had followed, and they interacted back, and I liked that. So I followed a few more of their friends. When I go through on Instagram, guys, I follow, you can tell if somebody's got It Works, if they have their page set to private and they're following a ridiculous amount more people than are following them, which is why we want to try to keep our numbers close together and get that unfollow app so that you can follow and unfollow people. But I definitely, when I go through and I see that somebody has health and fitness in their name, or, you know, sorry, we go through and we can click on, what, 60 people now, and then we can unfollow 100, and we can do follow 60 people an hour. And sometimes it lets me do it more than that. I just kind of check, you know, but anytime I have a free minute, that's what I'm doing. So rather than just clicking on the popular page, choosing a photo that looks super trendy and like professional photos and everything that's not happening in my life, the people following this, you know, specific site aren't necessarily going to be appealed to what I have going on. So, you know, if you have animals that you love, or you live the farm life, or you have a daughter, or you're a breastfeeding mom, or, you know, you have an angel baby, or anything like that, these are people that you want to start following. These are people you want to start making connections with. And, you know, you want to build a relationship with them. And I'm not scared to add someone. Like I said, I follow guys, but I don't follow a ton of guys, you know. So I really am I'm not checking out their profile before I add them. I'm just kind of looking at that little tiny picture in their name and seeing if it makes sense, and then I'm going through and adding that way. I'm not adding additional pages or additional clothing boutiques or things like that for my daughter. That's not going to be beneficial. So I am monitoring that search just a little bit. So I think you should too. I think you'll have more benefit out of that. And then when I have that whole list of people that's like wants to be approved to see my page, that is when I do click their name. And if they are an It Works user, I block them. So if I blocked any of you guys, I'm sorry. You'll need to let me know if you can't find me on Instagram, and I'll unblock you, but I do. Sometimes, honestly, I look through their page, and if they have compliant before and afters that I like, I might take something like that, or, you know, a neat quote that's a stock quote, not something, some of these girls take their own personal photos and do not steal, you know, their personal photos. But if it's just like a quote from Pinterest or something, I might, you know, snapshot a couple of things before I block them. But that's when I really kind of go through and make sure that the people that I'm adding aren't going to be people poaching my customers, and that they're going to be people that I think I can build a connection with, you know. And obviously that's not everybody, but several of them. Say if there's 10 people trying to add me, 5 of those people, if not more, y'all, I will go to their page and I will like. I like to like more than 2, because I've had people do that to me before. They follow me and they like just like the last 2 photos that I've done, and then I don't hear from them anymore. So I actually like scroll back, and I don't go back creepy like past 4 weeks, you know, so if they haven't done anything like that, but I will all like several of their photos, and then I'll go back up to the last photo that they posted, or on one of them, and I comment on it. And I'm like, hey girl, thanks so much for the ad. Your family is adorable. Your style is just out of this world. I'm so jealous. It's so cute. Thank you. I'm so excited to be your friend. It's that simple. She usually responds back and is like, yeah, girl, I love your page too. Your daughter's so cute. Absolutely. So then I just make sure that over the next week or 2 that I am checking back in with her page, and that I'm liking her photos. And there we've built a relationship. And I don't think you're going to have a ton of success via Instagram if you don't start building some friendships and relationships that way. And then same thing too. I know I've made a video for you guys before where I just woke up one day and one of my Insta mamas was on my mind, and I had to go track her down, you know, and it turns out she's pregnant and having another baby, and they were kind of having a hard time. And, you know, I think I told her about the Ruby bonus just when I was checking in with her, but at the same time, that was not why I was doing it. You know, I've got a couple other moms that their Instagram names just stand out in my head, and then every once in a while I'll see that they liked my photo, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I haven't talked to her in forever. And then I like go to her page and like psycho like things, and I'm like, oh my gosh, girl, I haven't seen you in forever. Like, you know, you guys have been so busy. Look at this little booger back here. And so that's important. I know it's hard to find the time to do all of this, but it is really, really important to do that. And literally, we have so many times that we are not being productive, and that is when I do pick up my Instagram and I follow, unfollow, and then I approve my commenters. I check my direct messages, and like comment or compliment on, go through my newsfeed, and I just kind of psycho like people's pages and then comment on the things that really jump out at me. Now, for Facebook, that is a little bit more difficult. Facebook is family and friends oriented. So I had a team member asking me, you know, about adding on Facebook and adding on Instagram. And on Facebook, I do add from my friends you may know list. Honestly, a lot of them are from my high school. A lot of them are from my hometown. I'm kind of running into a dead end with that because it's starting to get a little trashy. And, you know, that's the other thing to think about too, is I have already added, I think, a majority of the people from my high school and my town. I mean, not everybody, obviously, but that probably has the money to do this company. You know, if I start getting into the, you know, names that I don't even recognize from my hometown, you know, I have a lot of them ask questions about the product, which I love, and I'll definitely answer and, you know, hope to help them, but a majority of the time there's no follow through in that. So I'm not like adding people that, you know, are men that are super creepy from my hometown that look like they may stalk me and my daughter or something like that, you know. Again, a lot of girls. I'm adding everybody that are you okay? I'm adding everybody that I have like over 40 mutual friends with. And then my team member asked, you know, don't you get that? Do I know you? You know, I honestly have. I've gotten a handful of do I know yous. A lot of times I actually, when I'm adding people, because Facebook's so tricky and you can get put in Facebook jail, we can add several people from the friends you may know, but then when you get into not having close enough friends, it'll lock you out or it'll put you in, you know, I'm not sure how many it takes to do that, but I probably add 5 to 10 Facebook friends a day, honestly. A lot of the times, like for example, I just added a girl the other day, and I actually did, her profile picture was like super glammy and like, you know, she had like the ombre with her lips done with her lipstick and all of that, and her hair was all done up, and she just was interesting to me. So I added her as a friend, but when I did, I clicked and I looked through some of her photos and I could tell she was a hairstylist. So boom, already right there. She came back to me and she said, do I know you? So I just messaged her and I was genuine and I said, hey girl, I said, no, I don't think I do know you, but you kept popping up on my friends you may know list, and I saw you were from Great Bend and we have mutual friends. And I was like, so I noticed it looks like you do hair or something like that. I was like, I do too. I was like, so do you work in Great Bend? And then I just switched it around, okay? So then a lot of times the way I don't ever, I'm like, hey, have you tried that crazy rap thing then? When they add me, I get a little bit of a conversation going, and you know, if it starts to dwindle down, I'll be like, well, thanks for the ad, girl. You know, I'll say, I do have my little at-home company. So sorry if that bothers you. You know, if you're interested, holler, but I'm not pushy about it. So you'll see those, but there's lots of fun pictures of my daughter that I post too. So I'm glad you added me. And then it gets out there, and then, you know, they'll be like, what's your little at-home company? Or it opens something in their brain to where they start watching. And so I don't immediately get deleted then, because I kind of acknowledged, you know, hey, I know this gets a little overwhelming. Sometimes I'm sorry, but I'll say, but it pays my rent and my bills. And then people are like, dang, like the whole thing? Yeah, the whole thing pays my rent and my bills, you know? So there's a couple little ways to get in. And then, you know, a lot of guys will have, you know, hey ho, how are you? Or like, what's up, sexy? Or, you know, stuff like that. I just don't respond. I mean, block them or just don't answer. Same thing if there's a girl that has asked me, do I know you? You know, with an attitude, like you can tell, and she's a little bit scary. I just don't respond. And so either they just delete me or they just stay, you know, as my friend. So, and I just kind of keep doing my thing. But, you know, just be sincere and give a compliment and use that to get around. So like I said, you know, it's really about the influence that we're making. You know, making sure that we're doing a photo. Oh, that was another thing John Eric told me, was that we process photos 60,000 times faster than words. So if somebody makes a post like me, like my team's at Green Carpet, I'm so excited to be there next year, you know, but then I post a picture of myself that's like, you know, something dumb, that our brains process that 60,000 times faster than words. So be thinking about the photos that you're posting, be thinking about how many people it's going to reach on your friends list, and how you can expand that by interacting with more people just on the regular basis. It's really worked for me. I definitely am not just cold blitzing somebody brand new that has added me. That doesn't seem to work. I'll go back to that girl I just added that I was telling you about. She actually, when I said my little at-home company, she goes, yeah. She goes, I actually just saw that hair, skin, nails. She was like, what is that? Does that work? And I was like, yeah, absolutely. I said, it's just, you know, packed with nourishment and vitamins and double the biotin. And I said, I really like it. And she mentioned something about her extensions. And I said, I do really like it. I think it's amazing. I said, but I have clients that really love it for using it for acne for their skin as well. Because all of a sudden, when she mentioned extension, she mentioned another product that was a hair growth product that she uses just in our hairstylist conversation. And I was like, what is it? Just a shampoo and conditioner? Well, it is, y'all, but it's an at-home company too. So both of us were able to share these hair, you know, growth products from our own at-home company, but we had already built a little bit of a friendship and a relationship. So I just got to be just as excited over it. I was like, that is so cool. You know, I have had a couple of people that have genetic hair loss problems, my grandma being one, that didn't have great luck with HSN. This may be something she loves, you know, and this girl is doing an at-home company, and I want her to be successful too. And if there's not something that my company offers that's going to help someone, then by all means, I'm going to support one of my other sisters in their business, you know. My daughter is like digging in my pants back here. So, I know this turned out to be pretty long, but, you know, I definitely think that interacting is the way to go, and I know it takes a little bit more time, but make sure that you're personalizing, guys, and make sure that you're realizing kind of, you know, who you're reaching and make those relationships be really valuable. So as I get more tips with my social media training, I will try to give you guys a little bit more. I hope that you learned a couple of things out of it. So sorry it's so long, but I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll probably be posting another distributor training video for you guys this afternoon. So more tips and tricks to help build your team. So hope you guys have a great day. 2 days left at the end of the month. Push, 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 push. Let's see some promotions. I'm really excited for you guys. So yes, bye.